Hello YouTube, this is Mightymuffin with another episode of my Let's Play. I am currently on the new snapshot. It amused me a fair amount that they released a snapshot the day after the release, but I'm over here for a very special reason today. I'm gonna go and combine up all my books, which means I'm probably going to kill that poor anvil. But I'll actually be able to get a fair number of I'll be able to compress my book collection down, which is something I've been needing to do. Although I'm probably going to kill that poor anvil. So I'm going to go do that and see what kind of damage I can do to the quantity of enchanted books I have. And I'll be back once that's done. Okay, so I'm back in my base and I have my speed 2 buff. I actually spent a little bit of time in the nether trying to get my second set of wither skulls, but I failed. I must have spent 2 hours, 3 hours there, and I only got 1 skull. More than a little annoying. I ran out of food, that's why I returned. But I have my first of 4 planned beacons with a 50-meter square, or a 50-meter radius for a cube. I'm not sure I actually need the full arrangement, and yes, I used diamond blocks because I wanted the damn beacon complete. But I would like to get haste on there next, and after I get haste up, I can go and start tunneling out that second floor for some manual farms. Got a new helmet because I can't repair that many enchants and I'm breaking 3, unfortunately. And same thing with the boots. I have a second pair of boots waiting for them though, so that's alright. But I'm probably going to return to the nether and try to get some more wither skulls. And I'm not sure what I want to build this episode. One thing of note, because I had to do these irritating 1 clocks, I think it's the 1 clocks. It might be the droppers firing 10 times a second, but my FPS while I'm not recording goes from like 600 down to 100, which isn't really a problem, but the video tearing I get as well is a huge issue. Just running even the fuel one, which is only 1 dropper here, causes a fair amount of tearing. If I have all 4 running, all 4 hoppers feeding, which means I have 4 1 clocks and 6 droppers going. It's just ridiculous until the droppers are clear. Once it gets into these hoppers, all the material, all those issues go away. So I might have to rework that or hope they optimize the way droppers work in the future, so that I don't have that huge tearing issue, because while my computer only goes down to 100 FPS, someone else's computer might not be so fortunate. I'm probably going to, let's see, I said I was going to go to the nether. I need to get 2 more skulls at least. I might just do a marathon, take a huge amount of food with me, and just see how many skulls I can get. Then I'll do a marathon in mining, 24 more blocks of material, and I can get a second full beacon active. That's the benefit of doing a system like this. Oops, and I'm drowning. There we go. To put in this beacon right here, I'll need 24 more blocks. Same with this beacon, 24 more blocks. This beacon, 4 blocks. That's all I need to complete this corner beacon here after this one and this one are in place. Super efficient to combine your beacons like that. After I do that and fight the wither a couple more times probably, I will want to do my mining, and then I might get a melon farm in place after. Well, I need to clear up there and start some manual farms, but I also really want to get, let's see, where is it? There. Yeah? I might put the melon farm there instead because the entrance of the base is over there. I don't think it really matters. Either side will, either of these sides will, I'll put a melon farm on one of them. Let's see. The mob farm's there, so I really want, yeah, the melon farm needs to go over here. And that won't take up much room. It'll be a really short farm probably. But I need huge quantities of melon for my auto brewing factory, which I just put out an update for so that it works on the 1.5 release, because there were a few things that changed with comparators when I designed that. I'm not overly happy with the redesign because it's more cumbersome. However, it works, so I'm not going to complain too much. If it was completely impossible to do it the way I was doing, then I would be a little cranky. But since I could fix it, it's not too bad. So I'll get a melon farm put in there after I go on a bit of a wither hunting marathon. So I got tired of hunting withers after about 5 minutes. So I decided I might as well do it overkill and build a wither spawning platform. This is 2 open intersections back to back. The bounding boxes of those open intersections for wither skeleton spawning is the largest, and they were perfectly placed next to each other so that there wasn't any overlap between their bounding boxes, but they met each other in the center. So this is a 19 by, what is that, 38 long pathway, and I will be able to put spawn pads. I think I can put them every 2 blocks. I think a wither spawns on a 2-block area and then they get stuck, which is actually beneficial because then they can't really attack me. Makes life a little easier. So I'm pretty much out of stone brick, but I happen to have a huge amount of nether brick, so I'll probably just make the spawn pads out of that. These outer edges are, actually the wall. So there is, the withers can't spawn here, but one in, they start spawning all the way over to this netherrack line here. I just needed a guide. That room, by the way, was a blaze room, but I destroyed the spawner. I don't want blazes spawning and messing with me. So I will be back once I've gotten a few floors put on here. If I can put them every 2 blocks like I want, so that'll be a floor. And that'll be a floor. Oops. Oh, come on. And that'll be a floor. Right? Yeah. Then I will be able to get 4 floors here. I probably won't try. Don't think I'm going to go with this pattern for the rest of the floors. I was just trying to use it to conserve my brick, which I was running low on before I had a large quantity of nether brick, which I do now. I don't know, I might run out of nether brick as big as this pattern needs to be. So we'll see. Oh, by the way, I have it on peaceful now, so that's why you're not seeing any mobs. I didn't feel like dealing with them, and it's my world, so why not? I guess I'll be back. I might go fetch some normal bricks. I have a huge quantity of them anyway. I think I'm going to go do that. And then I will go and complete the floors, put it back on hard difficulty, and see if I have any better luck with no, those can all stay there. See if I have any better luck with finding withers to kill, because the skulls are entirely too rare. Okay, so I've been bouncing this from peaceful to hard, just trying to get a wither skeleton to spawn in this area, and I finally got one to spawn right here, and he drowned. So I'm going to swap these out to half slabs and then see what happens. Well, I swapped out for half slabs, and I have myself some friends here. And I don't think he can move because part of his head's in the ceiling. He can move because he so this plan's gonna work. I really have to try to get him to hit me too. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the other 2 levels put on, and we'll see where we're heading. Okay, so I kind of ran out of slabs here. This is the roof, and I'm putting it on a half slab just for completion's sake. Oh, there's a bit of a lag spike. But I have all of the floors complete, so let's see what I can. And of course the first spawn is useless. Well, that should at least make things quicker. Or more one-stop shopping, because all I have to do is run away from that area and then run back, and I should have myself some new mobs spawned. Oops. But I did get, while I was testing, I did manage to get 1 additional skull. I'm hoping to convince a couple extra withers to spawn. It's kind of late, so I probably won't stay on much longer tonight, but... Oh. But I will be back once I've gotten some skulls and report how well this little farm of mine works. Oh, that is just a beautiful sight to behold. You can see that I have 4 skulls down there. It's getting pretty late over here too now. Well, it was already late. Now it's really late. So I'm probably going to head on back to the base and kill the wither tomorrow. Don't actually need all of the skulls today because... Oh, get out of the way. Well, I need to get the resources to pull that off first. Let's see, I think I'm going to make a new pathway. So, I guess I will next show a clip of me killing another wither boss. Okay, so I don't have the self-control to go to bed right now when there's a wither boss that I can kill. Ah, shit. Okay. I'm pissed off at my stupidity now. Where's the damn arrow? Have any arrows in here? No, of course not. Why would I keep arrows? Damn it. Okay, that was a little more ridiculous than I had planned, but upside I'm not going to die this time because I made some regen potions. Now I really need to get to sleep. So, I'll be back and farm up some obsidian because I think I'm out of that too. Yeah. Oh well, guess I'll be back and farm up some obsidian and get myself 24 more blocks of material, and then I'll have a haste 2 buff going on as well. So, lacking the self-control of an adult, I went ahead and downgraded myself to a... This is still the same knight, that's why I have no self-control. I downgraded my speed 2 buff down to speed 1 so that I could gain the resources to increase the range on my haste beacon. Just because that way I'll have my entire base coated in both speed and haste. I also rearranged the blocks so this entire structure here now is gold. That way once I get these get these placed, all I have to do is fill this in. I'll slowly replace these iron blocks down here with gold blocks too. But since my access is on the bottom, I keep shifting the gold blocks up higher as I can do so. So now that I've done that, I need to go and get more resources. I simply have no iron or gold left. I have a little bit of diamond, but since I use diamond for my tools, that's not exactly a practical resource to be using on pyramids. I've never been so flush in diamonds that I could waste them on a full-sized pyramid. So I will go and have fun with mining then. So I'm in the process of mining, and I came across an interesting thing. An 11 diamond pocket. I've never seen one larger than 8 before, and thought that was worth noting. So I decided to take a break with my manual farms and go to the creative world and try to work out a manual brewing room. Because it's really gone on too long that I've just had that one crappy brewing stand by my furnace area, and I'd like at least 2, but maybe 4 brewing stands just so I can get some potions if I need them. And while I want that automatic brewing stand for the brewing factory for the health potions that I plan on distributing around my base, every good base needs a manual or semi-manual stand as well. So the basic idea is that you put your bottles in and you brew whatever you want. You know, you put your nether wart and your magma cream and your redstone if you want some fire resist potions. And once those are done brewing, you can just hit the button and it'll drain them out. I had to use wooden buttons here, and these buttons are just connected to a simple inverter, because a stone button will get 2 of the bottles into the chest, and 1 bottle will be stuck in the that first hopper there. See, 2 bottles are there, and 1 bottle's in the hopper. So wooden buttons it is. I wasn't sure I liked the concept of wooden buttons when they came out, but I really like the extra delay for exactly this purpose. Now I don't have to come up with anything complex, just a button and an inverter. Now I might also include a water bottle injection system, because that's another automatic part, and I won't even need to put any kind of restraint system on it. Well, yeah, I will. I will want it to disable. That's what I want to do. I basically want, when I click this button, to enable this hopper to suck the bottles out and disable the water bottle injection hopper, which would be like right here, at the same time. Okay, I toyed with it a little bit. I was really over-complexifying the situation. I just have another redstone line that comes off of the button here that runs hot and disables that hopper for the duration. Oops. So now if I stick my bottles in there, it'll auto load these ones because the stand was empty, which is what I want. And now when I hit the button, it drains them, and as soon as the button unclicks, it drains 3 new bottles into it from the back hopper. So much iron. So I've gotten my system done. I had to make a couple modifications. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hopper right there. And if I get some of these bottles, when I toss them in there, it routes them around to the feeding station. And if my inventory is full and I'm filling bottles, it just starts tossing them in there. I came across a slight issue where it started becoming overloaded and the bottles went crazy because they couldn't go into the hopper, so they kept hopping around. But other than that, it's fine. The system does have a couple flaws. I'll show them now. I had to use a lot of hoppers. I actually had to take out some of the hoppers of my mob trap just so because I'm so low on iron after that beacon arrangement. And this is what I've come up with. The hoppers feed into this set of droppers. The only dropper that's actually getting red off of is the bottom one. And it's using the same rapid blinker arrangement as the furnace, but it's using a stairway of redstone to power this entire line. And I'm not even sure why it works. It might be a bug, I don't know. But I don't need any delay, and even every last bottle gets deposited. If I even toss like one redstone in here, it should end up over here. I don't know. It might have gotten stuck. Ah, there it is. When I have a stack, though, it seems to go alright. And the other issue is this hopper gets fed first. Unless there's a supply of bottles in here, then it chooses, it has a 50-50 chance of which hopper to choose from. But if it's getting fed one at a time, that's why I had to seed the system with a lot of bottles. Because I wanted it so that it doesn't ever really have to have that issue. Upside, though this one gets fed, this one has 5 higher capacity in the hoppers. So it kind of balances out, I guess. And I have no real way to tell when that's full. I might have to put an indicator of some sort in there in the future. Also, I've noticed that the dropper has the dispenser arrow when it's facing sideways. It has the proper square when it's up, but when it's sideways, it seems to have the dispenser arrow. Either that or I'm going crazy, which is entirely possible. But you can see that I've used, you know, there's 5 hoppers there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoppers there, and there's 2 more hoppers there, so 12 hoppers total. I also had to rearrange the wiring here slightly since this is a water source block. or it's a infinite water, just so I can use that to bucket up if I need to as well. And I'm going to put the second system in here. I actually had most of the hoppers placed for this, but I stripped them out while I was building this one because I wanted to at least get one up and running. But now it works. All I have to do is drop my ingredients in and hit the button when it's done. And there we go. That was a little strange. So that is my manual brewing factory. Well, I've gotten the second system up and running. I've seeded it with enough bottles to last me a bit. Also put some more bottles in this one just so the chest would have something to work with. I do have to be careful because if I overload this all the way down to this bottom dropper here, it'll just start triggering endlessly and affect performance more than anything. My sound effects volume is turned so low I can't really hear anything about it anymore. And there goes my FPS again. So I'll make this quick. That pretty much wraps up this episode. Once again, any comments on how I can make my videos better is always appreciated. Until next time, thank you.